Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Rise and shine. It's time to wake up. Let's tackle the day. Let's get to it. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the channel. What is this channel going to be about? I think a little bit about everything. It's going to start off mostly with my experience in the trucking industry. I've been trucking since 2008. Did a little bit about everything: local, regional, OTR, reefer, flatbed, drive-in, tanker, glass, fuel hauling. Currently, I'm still in the hazmat game. I do propane locally. I'm down here in Florida, in Central Florida. I got my CDL back in 2011. Started driving 2008, but it was just a straight truck, 26 foot. It was air brakes, but no CDL required, and I ended up getting my CDL, and that started my journey of, getting deeper into the industry. So I'm just here, want to start this channel off, and that will be, a lot of the first videos that I upload will be about trucking, to help those that are looking to get into trucking. I know there's a million videos out there, and that have great content, that have great advice, and they really show a lot of the day in the life and what's going on. So I'm just here to add to that, to give my perspective, to share my journey, and hopefully it can continue to help those that are looking to get into this industry, or maybe jump from reefer to flatbed or hazmat, or the only thing I haven't really done was car hauling and livestock, and like super heavy haul, like the big stuff, but I've hauled vehicles, I've hauled construction material, anything on a flatbed that normal flatbedders do. Step decks. I never really did RGN. So there's some things I haven't done. I've lease purchased. So later on, as I upload these videos, I'm gonna go into my whole. I'll give the names of the companies that I work for. So if you have any questions, what I like, what I didn't like about them, that video will be longer because I've worked for a lot of companies. I've hopped around a lot, which a lot of people do in this industry. If you're getting into this trucking industry, just know, it's frowned upon in a sense, but it really isn't. You gain your experience, and then you find a company that's best fit for you. And sometimes it takes a few tries. Some people get it right away. Some people just have that personality about them that they get a job and they can stick with it for 10, 15 years and be content and be happy. For me, I'm a little nomadic. I'm working on that. I'm working on being more stable. The company I'm with right now, February will make 2 years. I'm local. I enjoy where I'm at, but I'm looking to get out of the driver's seat. I've been driving for a long time, and I'm ready to challenge myself in different areas, and I'm thankful for the company that I'm with, that they're helping me with that. I'll give updates to that, but yeah, this channel, I just want to share my journey, and it's gonna be not just trucking. It's gonna be whatever I feel like uploading for that day. But my first few videos will be about my trucking journey, my experiences, the good, the bad, the ugly, and just try to share my point of view, my perspective. And my journey won't be your journey. And the things that I've experienced along the way, you might not experience ever in your trucking, and you might know exactly what I'm talking about. But I'm here to keep it real, raw, and uncut. Especially those that are trying to go OTR, just so you get it's totally different than local. It's totally in the mindset you gotta have, just to get through the beginning stages of OTR, that lifestyle and what it comes with. But if you really want this, and you have the mindset and the determination and the perseverance to do it, man, you know, don't take everybody's negatives and just make that your negative or make that your experience. Don't just go by all the reviews you see when you Google these companies and just, you know, if because you just don't know other people's work ethic. My perspective, I work hard. Like, I don't take days off. Like, that's just who I am. I show up to work every day. I do my job. So, like, that's gonna be the perspective I'm gonna be speaking from. I'm not gonna be speaking from someone that doesn't show up to work, someone that's always just sitting, you know, at a truck stop and taking my time. Like, when I was OTR, I was, you know, trying to bust out. If I already was loaded, you know, there was sometimes you could get 600, almost 700 miles under your belt. You know, I used to start super early, you know, that I'll break that down in other videos to come, but this is just my first video. And, you know, I'm not trying to, like, show my company right now. You know, I just don't know their, how they are or how they feel about people making videos. And so I'm just trying to be respectful of that and of my job and my family. You know, I got a family, and I got a wife at home, I got kids at home that, you know, I don't want to jeopardize my job by maybe saying the wrong thing, which I don't believe I will. You know, I try to hold myself with some sort of integrity, and you know, I don't use foul language and stuff like that. Anyway, I'm a God-fearing man. Not to say that, you know, I do everything right, but there might be things that I do that the company, you know, just, you know, I'm just trying to be respectful in that nature. And maybe one day I will I will, you know, share what company I'm with. But for right now, you know, it's a need-to-know basis. And you know, just know that I do propane. And if you have questions about propane, that, you know, I can share that with you. And some of y'all might be able to just, you know, I know there's a lot of internet detectives. Some of y'all might just be able to look and start analyzing, you know, the shirt that I got on, you might know, or the, you know, the background, and you see certain things about the vehicle, and you just know, and that's fine. But I don't just gotta go out there and just announce to the world who I'm working for. I have no problem sharing. I just, you know, just out of respect for the company too. And but yeah, my journey now, I feel like I'm at the tail end of trucking. I'll always keep my CDL, but you know, I have some opportunities for management and moving up the ladder, and I'm excited because, you know, I've been wanting to do that. I've been wanting to get out of the driver's seat for a long time, and you know, I know his timing is better than anything that I could put together for myself. So I'm thankful to God that I've been able to withstand as long as I have in this driver's seat, because it's not for the faint at heart. You gotta have a strong will to really, if you're trying to go far in this industry, you deal with a lot. Traffic, construction, other drivers, when you're OTR, like new roads, getting lost, low bridges, low clearances, missing your turn and having to drive miles down the road just to turn around, like just the frustrating things, you know, living in the truck, away from your family. The list goes on and on and on. Other truck drivers, man, it used to be, you know, I came into this in 2008, but I'm talking about the truckers that came before me that used to talk to me how much better the truck industry was, and the brotherhood there was. Not to say there wasn't bad apples. There's going to be bad apples in everything, in every human being, in every race, color, creed, every industry. There's always going to be the outlier of people that just don't care. But now, like, I still got a good number of people that still drive over the road, and they, you know, I'm living through them now. You know, it's been probably 2.5. No, it's been close to probably. I've been here almost 2 years, and it's been like 3.5, maybe 3.5 years since I've been over the road. So maybe longer than that. I'll have to look at it. It's been, you know, I have to really sit and think about it. It might be longer than 3 years. 'Cause I've been local for quite a while, and my my buddies that are still out there, man, I still hear the horror stories and how bad it's getting, how other truckers treat each other. So, just all those things you got to have the mentality for, man. But if you have a reason and a goal to meet, and trucking can help you, man. Like, don't be like, oh, there's no money in trucking. That's not true. But are you gonna be a millionaire in trucking? Not necessarily. But if your goal is to build a fleet or whatever, and there's so many assets to trucking, dump trucks, and, construction, heavy haul, like you can get into the cement mixers, like, and don't let people like push you into, like, if you want to drive a Class B truck, I'm driving Class B right now. I got my A, but like, don't make that seem like you're any less, like you're not a truck driver or anything, or if you don't go OTR, you're not a truck driver. I used to have that mindset, like, oh, I got to show everybody I can drive a Class A. Man, it's ridiculous, man. What fits for you and your family and what you're trying to get to, man. That's the best advice I can give you, man. Don't let nobody like talk you into something or make you feel like you need to drive a certain type of truck to be considered a truck driver, man. Like, all of us in the trucking industry help keep, the world moving. It all comes from a ship, a plane, or train, and then eventually gets onto a truck somehow. And it don't matter if you're in a small truck or a big truck, man. Do what's best for you and what fits for you at that moment. And don't be afraid to give something a try. Don't go by, like, I might say something and you might not agree, and don't just take my word for it, man. Like, sometimes you're just gonna have to experience it for yourself. So I want to keep these videos short, because I know for me, my attention span, after a certain length of time, if it doesn't have my attention, I'm gonna click off. I'm not here. You won't hear me say the usual, the LCSs, the like, comment, subscribe. I'm not here for that, man. If you click the video and you like it, awesome. If you don't click it and it never gets in, I don't care. I'm not looking for that. I'm just here to share my knowledge. This is more for me. It's a vent. Everyday stuff that I go through, things that I think are cool, or would just want to share my thoughts in the moment. This is really why I'm making this channel. Trying to live that fly life. And fly life stands for first love yourself first. Really, that's my mantra now. Just really working on loving myself and taking care of myself in all aspects, spiritually, mentally, emotionally, physically. Been on my health journey. And those are all things I want to share along the way. But, just want to come on here, hopefully, down the line, I want to progress, get some good cameras. I want to do a day in the life of what I do. I'm not going to make a whole bunch of them, but one day in the life would be good, and that's just going to be from my perspective. But yeah, you can, if anybody sees this video and they want to know about the industry a little bit more, feel free to comment. I will get back to you. And then I think I'll have to put something for the email, but I don't have any social media. I got rid of all my social media, so there's no way you're going to be able to contact me through there. But the best way right now would just be to comment, throw a question on there, and I have no problem answering it. But yeah, I'm just excited to see what this channel is going to do and how it can help y'all. So it's Tuesday. It's my Monday. I only work Tuesday through Friday. So, I'm waiting for the sun to get up. I already banged out a few stops. I got some residentials I got to do. So I try to wait till the sun gets up, and I'm not creeping on somebody's property, too early in the morning, that, someone comes out with a weapon and is like, hey, what are you doing on my property, because that's, another thing in trucking. Just the job that I do. So I do commercial and residential. So, I just try to be respectful to people in their time while they're getting ready for work or something like that. So, but yeah, this is the first video of many more to come. I hope y'all have a blessed day. Have a great week. And feel free to hit me up in the comment section and ask me anything that you want to know about trucking. And if I have the answer, or I can at least point you in the right direction, I hope to do so. But other than that, y'all be blessed and have a great week. All right, man. Until next time. Peace.